Greetings, I'm Chevalier, and I'll be welcome to the initial situation and guide of the Papal State. Right now we're at part 2, the expansion guide, and we're going to talk about how you should expand as the Papal State and where we should go. So first and foremost, claim fabrication. You have 4 diplomats. You can start fabricating claims on Venice as well as Provence. If at all possible, you should rival Venice as well. It's also possible for you to rival Aragon and attack Aragon as well, with the help from Castile, though your primary targets should be Provence and Venice, simply because they are easier targets to kill, and you're gonna expand into the general trade node and gain from Provence the Rhone estuary, and that is gonna help you gain some more lands. At the same time, you'll be able to fabricate claims on Aragon from Provence. That's allow you to gain Barcelona, for example, Mallorca's, then move for the rest of the lands that from Aragon that have more trade power, and that's gonna be good as well as move against Naples, etc. So overall, this is quite good. Now, so claim fabrications on Friuli and Provence. First and foremost, improve relations with Austria. Get an alliance or improve and get an alliance. It's possible if you just improve, even if they lose the friendly status, with just the improvements for you to get an alliance, and then actually start attacking. That will allow you to gain more to be part of the HRE first, because you are quite at the limit. At the point in time, you are at 193. So that is going to allow you to take control over those, become part of the HRE. Before you take control of those lands, because if you take control of those lands, it's gonna be possible for you to be part of the HRE. With this lands here from Venice and anything you conquer from this side here, I recommend that you actually feed them to Urbino. Then even to the point of actually giving your lands, giving your claims to Urbino, so he can actually claim them faster and cheaper. Then integrate Urbino. For the lands from Provence, I recommend taking them yourself, then coring them. Now, if you are part of the HRE, you can easily expand into Italy and take Italy for yourself. My recommendation here is go for the more trade power provinces, basically for Genoa first, then for Firenze. I do recommend taking Siena first, taking Firenze first and Arezzo, so you can actually feed Firenze and Arezzo into Urbino, so you can actually save more points on that side, especially because your first idea should be influence ideas, which is going to give you the diplomatic annexation cost minus 25%, and it's going to save you what? It's going to be 6 points per development on diplo points. Now, this is, let's say, the first 20 years of your assaults. It's going to take you, I would say, 3 years to become part of the HRE. Yeah, about 3 years to become part of HRE. Then fabricating claims on the rest of these guys should take quite a while as well, depending on your luck. Next, it's Aragon. Whether you ally Aragon or not, you should probably break it. If you want to attack Venice and you need firepower, just ally Aragon and attack Venice with their help. That is going to allow them to That's gonna allow you to have the necessary firepower to kill off Venice. Just give them some lands from Venice. I'm not sure they want any lands. No, they do not want any lands, unfortunately. So you're not gonna be able to attack Venice with the help of, at least in my situation here, to attack Venice with the help of Aragon, unless you have the claims, which is not gonna happen. What you can actually do is find out who actually rivaled Venice and ally with those guys. So basically you can ally with Milan and give them back Brescia. It's gonna be good as well. You can actually ally with Austria. Usually Austria also rivals Venice. So fighting allies to kill off Venice is doable. They should have around 20,000 troops. With the help from Milan, you should be able to fight them off. Now it depends on who they actually ally. They might actually ally England. Usually in the situation right now with me rivaled by England, they should probably actually ally England. And again, ooh, this guy really wants his shit. And it's doable. Even if they have an alliance with England, because England has to move the troops over to here, and by the time they get here, Venice will already be dead. although you're going to have to wait for 5 years so that the war score goes in your favor, simply because you won't be able to take lands from England, so you can actually piece out England. That's gonna be annoying. Now, the next targets for expansion, Aragon. Once you've taken province from Aragon, fabricate claims here, then move against Aragon with the help from Castile. Hopefully you'll be able to break the PU that they have over Naples. With this, I'd actually recommend taking lands only from Aragon and not from Naples, simply because they might actually lose the PU, and that is going to be good for you. You can actually separate the attacks. So take lands from Aragon and no lands from Naples, so you can attack Naples in a different war once they lose their PU. As you can see, this guy is pretty old. Let's say in the next 10 years, if you attack him, he won't die, and he actually if he has low prestige, it's gonna be even perfect for you because he's gonna lose the PU. Everything is gold. Now, after you have taken this, annexation of Urbino in the 53 should be done. You should wait until you fed a decent amount of lands and you feel that you cannot hold control over Urbino, then actually annex Urbino, feed him Dalmatia as well, then move over to Bosnia and Serbia, then get a border with Albania, but get a border with the Ottomans basically. With with the Ottomans, you should call in Austria. By this point in time, you're gonna have the necessary favors to call in Austria as well. That is gonna help you kill Austria really fast. So, move into the Balkans, get a border with the Ottomans. Then Austria is gonna have you're gonna have the necessary favors with Austria, so you can attack the Ottomans. Quite straightforward and simple. They're gonna get access to Hungary, and they're gonna be able to move their troops to Hungary. You're gonna be able to kill out the Ottomans with help from Austria. Now, on this side, Aragon is gonna take you a while to split Aragon and kill him basically. I do recommend getting an alliance with France if they actually rival Castile. This allows you to actually move into Castile and take the third idea as the exploration idea, so you can actually get more cash. Get cash from the New World. You're gonna control the Genoa trade now, so this is my recommendation. Go for exploration ideas and try to kill off Castile and Portugal. So straight off, ally France. Usually they, as you can see right now, they actually haven't rivaled Austria, so in my campaign right now, it's really decent for me to actually ally both France and Austria. It's doable. For example, this is -49 and this is -45, so an alliance with France, then with Austria. No, actually an alliance with Austria first, so you can become part of HRE, then an alliance with France. Again, this is doable in my campaign. In your campaign, France and Austria might rival themselves, and that's going to be problematic. So, it's possible for you to get an alliance with England in that campaign, then fight off Castile, so that you can take lands from Castile, so you can actually move to a New World. If you move fast enough into Castile and you have the right ideas as well, it might be possible for you to start the colonialism in your lands. This is gonna give you a huge advantage. This is gonna give you, you're gonna have the Renaissance really fast, you're gonna have the colonialism really fast, and basically the printing press is gonna be really slow at whatever you do. But this is in the 1500s, so it's gonna be quite a while until a printing press comes out. So by the 1550s, you should have an advantage in tech. Now, killing off Aragon, Castile is gonna take you a while. You should focus on them. At this point in time, you should probably have taken these lands from the Ottomans. Here, I do recommend playing vassals and releasing Byzantium, basically as a vassal, and feed lands to Byzantium and start getting lands there. You just have to take one land for, of course, just take, I don't know, not Europoria, Athens, whatever you want that has the smallest amount of development, so you can actually feed lands to Byzantium and split off the Ottomans and kill them. Later on, just move straight into the Ottomans, kill them, and move into Wallachia, move up to this part here. My bad. But Anyway, past this point, I'll say that it really goes into the late game. Uh, I'll say that it's really blobbing out at this point. By the point that you actually take the Ottomans, taking all of the Italian states should be done. Quite like taking the Italian states is trench warfare, in my opinion. You're gonna get a huge amount of aggressive expansion, which is not good for you, and even more aggressive expansion because you're part of the HRE. So expanding into the into the Italian states is doable at the start, but if you actually if you want them to get out of the HRE, you can wait for the Shadow Empire event. Again, you can pull both of them up, both of them out. I do recommend be parting of HRE and slowly expanding into the HRE. Then actually let them get out of the HRE, then basically attack them, take them all, then integrate them back to the HRE. This way the Emperor is gonna get more points and it's gonna be easier for you on the aggressive expansion front. Now let's go for a fast recap. King fabrication, attack province, attack Venice. Then focus on Aragon. Take lands from Aragon, ally with Castile so you can have the edge. Then take lands from Aragon, break the Pew, not take lands, and hopefully the Pew will break between Aragon and Naples, and that will allow you to attack Naples freely. After this happens, and Aragon is a husk, move against Castile, then move against Portugal, go for exploration ideas, and go for the New World. On this side here, Bosnia, Serbia, the Ottomans. And in between, when you have time, go for the states in the HRE, basically the Italian states in the HRE, so you can get more lands of your own culture. Now, France. France needs to be killed at some point in time because they're gonna be a thorn in your side. Whenever you do this, it's up to you. Usually, the earlier you do it, the better. The problem is that it's gonna be hard for you to get alliances. You're gonna be able to call in Austria in a war against France if the Bulgarian inheritance event fired and you have a border. That's gonna allow you to actually call in Castile against call in Austria against France. If you have an alliance against Aragon with Castile, that is gonna allow you to perhaps call in Castile as well, and you have an alliance with England. It's gonna be really easy for you to squash France. Although, let it be noted that France might be able to help you against Castile, and at some point in time, if Austria rivals you or they want to kill you, it's possible for you to actually use their help against Austria as well. So it's very situational on how you use the great powers in this game and how you can pull it off. It actually depends on the initial status of the rivalries. For example, right now, Austria didn't rival France and France didn't rival Austria. This basically means that you can ally both of them. But in most campaigns, they usually rival themselves, and it's gonna be impossible for you to get alliance with both of them. Other than this, I don't recommend going into these lands here. Again, you already know this. They have increased amount of coring cost. There are problems, a huge amount of shit. Although the Barbary pirates are really gonna be fucking annoying, to the point where I actually recommend just killing them so you don't have problems with the rebels, with the Barbary pirates. Again, do not move that much into them. Move slowly and take their coastal provinces so that you won't have any problems with the Barbary rebels. Now, later and later, once you have killed the Ottomans, you should probably also move into the Mamelukes. And if the Mamelukes are down on their luck and they have been killed by the Ottomans, I recommend taking Cyprus. Basically, you're gonna have to take Crete from Venice and take Cyprus, then move into the Mamelukes, and take Jerusalem to get for the the trigger modifiers here. Basically, the conquest of Jerusalem, the conquest of Mecca as well is gonna help you, so that you can get more missionaries and that prestige. That is gonna really help you gain uh, gain a faster conversion rate of the Sunni provinces. Other than this, Hungary is gonna get a pew with Austria, so it's not possible there to attack Hungary. Moving into Moldova and Lithuania, Poland later on is doable, though it's gonna be a really hard trek. I recommend moving as soon as possible, and because you want to stop the expansion of Poland and Lithuania at the same time, I do recommend moving into Crimea as well really fast so you can stop the expansion from Russia. Again, try to build tunnels into enemy lands and close to great powers so you can great powers that are now or that are going to be great powers in the future so you can stop their expansion. So expand near Moscow, expand near Poland and Lithuania, expand into England, expand into France, try to kill them before they can become great powers so you can actually get a thorn out of your side or stop your enemies from growing, your future enemies. But yeah, this is the expansion guide for Papal States, the Papal States, sorry. And it's, I say, a medium level difficulty to play as. They have great amount of potentials that you can expand as, and that's gonna allow you to get a decent amount of lands. Although the ideas are not that suited, basically, for heavy expansion. They don't have a purpose, basically. For example, as let's say the Manchu ideas, for example, or the Ottoman ideas. The Ottoman ideas are full-on conquest, and the Manchu ideas are again full-on conquest. The Papal State ideas are a mix of cash, some discipline as well, some prestige, a mix of different stuff. But yeah, I'm Chevalier. If you enjoyed this, consider liking or subscribing, commenting. I really like feedback. If you want to see more, you can check the playlist. There are plenty more of initial situation and guides on that playlist. Hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next time, where I'll let's say try to talk about another horde. I'll see which horde I will choose. I'll probably go for the Golden Horde or Crimea, but usually I'll probably try to go for the Golden Horde. They have better options. They also have some, I think they have a nice achievement there that you have to conquer all the way up to here, like all the way back to Mongolia, basically, to get all the hordes under your control. But yeah, hope to enjoy this. I'm Chevalier, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.